Hello, Eagles Nation. This is your boy. Need no introduction. I know this video that I'm making is 3 or 4 days old prior to the draft, but I had some obstacles in the way, so I wasn't able to make the video on point and on time. So I hope you all forgive me for that. I'm quite sure you all will because we are all the Eagle fans and we're worldwide, we are nationwide, and we're city and statewide. So nothing more to be said about that. So anyway, what I'm about to show you in these magazines one last time because they are all about to be put into the 2017 vault of draft magazines. I don't know if I told you all this. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know now. I've been collecting draft magazines for the past maybe 20 years, I will say, since 96, 97. I've been collecting draft magazines, and I still got some of them put away, if you will. Like I said, in my draft vault. Every draft has its moments, its outcomes, and situations. So with me making this video tonight, the very moment, and going to explain all of that. 2017 draft is now in the books on the lock and key. And I'm quite some of you all are excited about the draft picks. Some of you all are so-so, and some of you all are upset about the draft pick because of the #1 draft pick overall, Derek Barnett. Some of you all probably wanted a running back or a defensive back in the first round, but that wasn't the case. The Eagles went with the best player available at number 14, and that's what they done. So I'm actually happy we got Derek Barnett because we do need another pass rusher opposite Brandon Graham. And for the past year, Fletcher Cox has been seeing double teams because we had a lack of pass rush at the defensive end. The only pass rush that we had was Brandon Graham and Cox, and teams have been able to roll their coverages towards those two players. Now, with that being said, with Derek Barnett coming to help with the pass rush, Fletcher and Brandon Graham should see less double team. They should see one-on-one coverages from here on into the near future, as long as Derek Barnett does his end of the bargain and for the next 10 years providing a pass rush. Fletcher Cox and everybody else should have decent careers going forward. Now, I've written all my information down in this black pamphlet here, and I hope you all will agree of what I'm about to say here. Like I said, I mentioned Derek Barnett, University of Tennessee, 6'3", 265-pound defensive end, should provide a pass rush or some thereof. We all know that Derek Barnett can drop in coverage if need be. He can play inside and outside on both defensive end spots because the last 3 years he was there, that's what the University of Tennessee has done on the defensive front. They line him in all 4 spots on the defensive line, and that limited his double teams as much as possible, and that's why he's able to break Reggie White's all-time sack record, number 32, and got 33. So he owns that sack record. That's his record he owns now. So it might stand another 20 years going forward, but it depends on who the University of Tennessee get opposite now since he's gone. Now, with the second round, we got Sidney Jones, 6 feet, 180 pounds, University of Washington. That's a cornerback that a lot of us are hoping that can start this year, but I doubt it because his torn Achilles might prevent him from starting. They say he might be able to jumpstart his career in October, which is 5-6 months from now. But I hope he lands on IR because we need him healthy. going into the next year 2018 draft. He was considered by many as a first round top 15 pick in this year's draft, but like I said, he had the injury and his stock plummeted down out of the first round into the second round, and so we were able to get him. And I think the coaching staff has a lot of insight on him in this injury, because I'm quite sure that the medical staff that the Eagles have should be able to get his leg, his knee going strong and stronger and stronger until he come back for either the midpoint of this year or maybe next year. I hope next year that when he gets here, so we'll see how that happens. And the third round we had Rasul Douglas, 6'2", 204-pound defensive back from the University of West Virginia. Now, I like this pick as well because we need some defensive backs, and we got two tall defensive backs. Now, the Eagles haven't had defensive backs this tall since 2005 when the Eagles decided to cut loose Troy Vincent, who was 6'1" in his own right, and our other defensive back on the other side of him, who was 6'3". So we had two defensive backs at the time that were tall, but then we had couple of good corners as well, which were Lito and Sheldon, our other two 5'10" defensive backs from the round two draft of 2002 draft. So I'm happy with those two picks, because one guy might start and the other guy is going to be put on IR, so we'll see how that goes. And with the fourth pick, the Eagles got wide receiver Mac Hollins from University of North Carolina, 6'4", 221-pound wide receiver. So now I like that pick as well, because what that does, it puts Jordan Matthews on notice, because this guy had big playability. He can get deep, 10-15 yards, and from what I've been told, his yards per catch was like 12 point some yards per catch when he was at the University of North Carolina. He's also a senior, so he's ready to go right now. So we see how that goes with him, because like I said, it puts Jordan Matthews on notice. It's what it does. And the fourth pick, we got Darnell Pumphrey, University of San Diego State, 5'8", 169 pounds, running back. He's a fourth round pick, and this is a guy that I believe can take over the running back position because of his size. Now, he's 5'8", and our other boy is 5'8" as well. You know who I'm talking about, number 43. Now, with that being said also, he probably going to wind up being tutored by him, because this is his last year with the Eagles, because he's supposed to retire after this season. So he probably going to put on the show and let Darnell Pumphrey take over after that. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to happen or progress going forward. The fifth pick, we got Shelton Gibson, a 5'11" wide receiver from University of West Virginia. Now, this is a guy that also had big playability. So like I said, Jordan Matthews, you're being put on notice. This guy had big playability. He can get deep. He's a few inches taller than Deshaun Jackson. So he had the ability to also get deep. So they got two wide receivers, one 6'4" and one 5'11". So I'm happy with that pick as well. Now with the fifth round pick, we got a guy from University of Nebraska. He being called, or should I say thereof, known as the White Snake. His name is Nathan Garrett. Now he's a 6'2" defensive back or safety from that school that I just mentioned. Word is he's supposed to play linebacker because he had the size, but I think he need to be a safety. So this guy, if he can play linebacker and also play safety, that gives him versatility to play both positions. So we'll see how that goes going forward. I actually hope that he makes the squad, and I believe he's going to, because we only got 3 defensive backs drafted in this round. So with that being said, with the next player, with the 6th round, Elijah Qualls, University of Washington. Now he's also Sidney Jones' classmate. So this guy is 6'1", 321 pounds defensive tackle. Now he also can play all three positions, defensive end and defensive tackle, because I remember seeing a footage of him where he actually stood in a 2-point stance. Now that's what I call versatility on the front line. And I have an odd feeling that this entire class is going to make this squad or make the roster, which is going to put some guys on notice or some guys in release or some guys not going to get traded before the training camps kick off. Don't forget now OTAs are going to get started. The workouts has already begun. Now we got OTAs, got mini camps, and training camps. And after training camps, the preseason, after the preseason, the regular season. They also go for the college games as well, which also kicks off in August. But preseason also kicks off in July, late July, early August. So I'm looking forward to all these guys making this squad. That is my draft recap for the 2017 NFL Draft. I think the Eagles done extraordinarily well drafting what they needed and what they got. And so that's my breakdown for this season. I'm looking forward to seeing you all. I hope you all like my video. My video is almost over 11 minutes long. So this is your boy. No introduction, you know who I am. Eagles fan, going on 37 years now. One team, one club, one organization. This is your boy. Holla at you. Peace.